All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Colorful and Infi. This game taking place here on Tyrannus Stand. On the bottom right-hand side of the map, we have Colorful spawning as the blue Night Elf, going up against, well, let's go ahead and change those colors. Infi spawning as the yellow undead. I believe this is taken from the Xuexi Cup number 2, and hopefully this game does not disappoint. Night Elf versus Undead on this particular map. Colorful, or I've seen a lot of Night Elf players go for that. Well, go for that Warden in this matchup. The narrow passageways, the blink maneuverability, being able to harass your opponent's gold mines, as expansions are relatively easy to establish here at these forward expansion locations. It takes a little bit of time to walk there, and you can pretty much protect that expansion pretty easily. The Warden, however, very strong at canceling that. But all of that said, Night Elf opting to go for a Demon Hunter and play with Mana Burn. Most likely Mana Burn will be the case. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we did see Immolation first, as there are a number of what I call wide creep camps that have a larger number of units, such as this one and this one, but are relatively easy to kill. The reason why they are easier to kill for Immolation is, well, the more units there are on the field, the better it is, as you're able to, well, deal damage to all of those units that try and surround you. Anyways, coming back around, Ancient of War gonna go ahead and clear out this 5-3-3 creep camp. There's a quick purge onto that Acolyte. Is the Acolyte going to be able to grab the Forest Troll Shadow Priest? Yes, Infi is able to grab the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and Ancient of War actually able to get the last shot off onto that one Acolyte here, as the Lightning Shield now racking up quite a bit of damage. Demon Hunter now going after this one Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and it gets taken down as well. So quick 3 supply lost by Infi. Colorful off to the races already, dishing out quite a bit of damage. There's some Mana Burn, finishing off some more units, and now going after that Renegade Wizard 2. Death Knight off to the north here, going to go ahead and place down some Blight. Wisp does want to get a good detonation, but will not be able to do that any longer. Instead, Infi actually gets the Death Coil off on that lower hit point Wisp. He gets taken out, and with that, well, with that, this expansion should get up without a problem. Coming back around, Demon Hunter already sitting at level 2, does have a potion of invulnerability. The Demon Hunter may try to dive on in as well. He does get Immolation as that second ability instead of, well, there's that Mana Burn right there. Are we going to see an engagement here? Death Coil trying to save a low hit point Ghoul. Units are going to try and retreat back. We haven't, or Infi should be careful, noticing that there is not well, nope, is that... There's a miss right there, but I don't know where that miss actually came from. All right, we see that it is Immolation and Mana Burn as the abilities here. So if Infi thought that miss was caused by evasion, well, and he's going to be surprised by this Immolation now. Yeah, so there's a little bit of Immolation damage that he may not have been expecting, and he's going up against all of these units. Infi, is he going to end up losing that Death Knight? No, he's not. He backs away at 60-some odd hit points. Coming back through, Acolyte going to try and haunt that gold mine here. There's another quick reveal right there. Archer trying to back away. Infi actually hires up a Forest Troll Berserker and uses the Crystal Ball in order to finish off a Shadow Melded Archer. All right, some quick shenanigans here, as we are getting up an expansion by Colorful as well. All right, some interesting choices overall. Rod of Necromancy quickly used, and then one of those skeletal minions sacrificed to give that Death Knight a bit more hit points. Unholy Aura also adding in a bit of, well, additional regeneration in addition to, well, that hero regeneration, that base strength there, as the Demon Hunter now using that Immolation here to go after, well, these creeps here. Forest Troll High Priest going to get quickly cleared out. Now going after this Forest Troll Berserker, trying to maximize this mana use, always hitting with 3 targets at the same time. This Forest Troll Berserker going to get cleaned up here. But now what is this? In comes the Undead Army. Quick detonation. Demon Hunter could have a very, very bad day. Does have a Ring of Regeneration. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There's the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability being used. issues there as units are just getting cleaned up left and right. Demon Hunter down to 71 hit points. Is he going to perhaps be able to finish off another unit there? Yes, picks up a Toma strength as well, as the Demon Hunter has to be extremely careful, down to 102 hit points and now trying to back away. Additional skeletal minions are popping on out. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and recharge a bit of hit points and mana, picking up that Mantle of Intelligence again and coming back in with about 475 hit points. Death Knight now trying to clear out some creep camps here on the bottom left, but realizing that the things are going to become a bit more difficult as we see Immolation once more being used. Are we going to see the death of a ghoul down to 52 hit points? There is Boots of Speed, and with that ghoul will get taken down. Demon Hunter now just shy of level 3, as the Death Knight will get to level 3 off of, I believe, that level 1 Kobold. Death Knight now up to level 3 here. That is going to be a big deal. Level 2 Death Coil significantly stronger, as the Demon Hunter needs to figure out, well, it gets to level 3 too. All right, so we see I believe a ghoul kill from the help or an Abolish Magic. Nope, not an Abolish Magic. I guess a ghoul kill there, as the Forest Troll Berserker, the last remaining unit, going to get cleaned up by the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter should be able to take down this Forest Troll Berserker with no real problems, as we see Colorful now picking up a Panda, and well, we try to blow things over across all of these units. Down to the south side here, well, Panda, remember, it is night vision time, and even with Ultra Vision, I don't know if the Panda actually gets improved vision. I think it's all the Night Elf units that do, and maybe not necessarily your heroes. Coming back through, is the Panda going to make its way down here to perhaps spot any of this? No, that doesn't seem to be the case. We are finally teching to Tier 2 by Infi. Meanwhile, Colorful is already at Tier 2 and looking to start saturating this gold mine. There is about a minute difference in terms of mining, and that will continue to grow until Colorful fully saturates that gold mine here. All right. Abolish Magic taking down 2 quick skeletal minions. This Forest Troll Shadow Priest trying to retreat all the way back. We're going to see some more damage there. Forest Troll Shadow Priest down to 98 hit points. Archer trying to get in front. Death Knight still a bit low on not quite enough mana here, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest takes another hit there. All right, going to go ahead and heal up a little bit more. Death Knight may come back across. There's up to 75. Is he going to perhaps get a Death Coil off? He does get the Death Coil, but Colorful able to use the mana from the Moonwell to heal up and get above 200 hit points to still stay alive. Demon Hunter off to the north, clearing out some more creep camps as well, and it is now turning into a game where the creeps are a very, very big, important resource on the map. Death Knight now looking to fall back here, as the Demon Hunter may perhaps get another mana burn off on the Death Knight. No, Death Knight opting to actually will run into the Demon Hunter here. There's a mana burn, little bit of additional damage, as the Death Knight, still trying to shake off this tail, so to speak. Little bit of damage here, but that Death Knight should be able to retreat back with no real problem. Meanwhile, ghouls are trying to clear out a relatively easy creep camp, as the Death Knight now looks to fall back here. During this opportunity, Colorful, is he going to try and land a trap against the Death Knight? It looked like that was going to be the case here, and instead, didn't end up doing that. What is that? Colorful does have a Mud Golem here, and is the Mud Golem actually going to get in front of Infi? Yes, there's the slow, beautiful, beautiful use right there. Colorful purposely hiring up a Mud Golem, getting around in front, and that is just multitasking and understanding your opponent so well. Infi and Colorful both playing up against each other very often through the years, and with that, with so many years of experience playing each other in tournaments and online, perhaps understanding and predicting where the other is gonna go. All right, Belt of Giant Strength on the Demon Hunter to give a little bit more hit points. That additional regeneration from the +6 strength on top of Circlet of Nobility, and also that Ring of Regeneration, that Demon Hunter regenerating close to 4 or 5 hit points a second. Coming back down around, Death Knight Death Knight now accompanied by a Lich. Lich going to be picking up some items here that have been left behind. Lich, however, doesn't have any experience as we're looking at Dryads going up against Gargoyles. The Dryads don't have that many Moonwells to work with, and this potentially could be a problem as the Dryads are trying to fight their way through. Archers are joining in on the battle as well. No Orb of Venom. There's a mana burn there as the Gargoyles unable to get enough harassment. We are at Tree of Ages going into Tree of Eternity. Lich now going to clear out some of these additional creep camps here as the Lich wants to get to level 2. Meanwhile, Panda looking to get to level 2 will get there off of the Goblin Merchant shop. More free experience. Gargoyles going after these creep camps here. Death Knight getting shooed away once more as the Demon Hunter still shy of level 4. Panda gets to level 2. Same thing for that Lich who picks up a Sobi Mask. A beautiful item there for that Lich. Plenty of Frost Nova, Dark Rituals, and Frost Armor eventually as time moves on. Actually, no, it's going to be Dark Ritual first over Frost Armor, interestingly enough. Perhaps without the threat of a high Blade Master, opting may even try to go for level 2 Dark Ritual at level 4. Coming back home to Colorful. Colorful has to protect these protect from these gargoyles. Dryads are here. Could get picked off very, very easily as well. You can see that piercing damage does add up as the Demon Hunter does now have an Orb of Venom. Will be able to apply a bit of damage over time to these units. Mud Golem, however, not slinging any mud at them. No slow as there's a quick detonation as the Demon Hunter still trying to catch up here. Meanwhile, Panda looking to get to level 3 does get there as the Demon Hunter still giving chase to all of those gargoyles. Now, that Panda getting to level 3 is going to be a big deal as it lines up Breath of Fire against those gargoyles. As the heroes get higher and higher up in level, the amount of damage that they do against these against the gargoyles and other relatively low hit point units start to feel start to feel larger and larger, as that level 2 Breath of Fire dealing significantly more damage than that level 1. All right, there's a Drunken Haze, there's a Breath of Fire, there's a whole bunch of missing going on as the Demon Hunter does get up to level 4. No evasion as of yet, does pick up a healing board and could drop it down, use the Scroll of Healing there. Oddly enough, not quite sure why the Panda opted to use a Scroll of Healing there, as we're now wandering back off to the north again. All right, Gargoyles ready to line in some harassment. We are still sitting on 2 bases. Infi, however, is sitting at 48 supply over 70, now finally breaking into low upkeep, but not before building up a decent amount of bank as well. Colorful also in a similar situation, sitting on 1,700 gold at 70 over 70 supply. So both of these teams breaking into low upkeep after banking a bit of gold, as we are now getting more and more, upgrades for Night Elf. Undead also, is he going to get some upgrades too? I can't quite tell. Graveyard, yeah, going to go ahead and get that Creature Attack and Creature Carapace upgrades for some Frostworms and Gargoyle upgrades as well. All right, one low hit point, slow-moving gargoyle getting picked out of the sky here. More Wisp now being forced to retreat back. We could look at some Ancient Protectors, as Colorful is running into a bit of a lumber issue. Last couple of creep camps getting cleared out. Only 2 or 3 green creep camps left. Actual Gloves of Haste being left there, oddly enough, as that would be useful on that Lich, that faster attack speed to apply that negative armor debuff, if the Lich didn't already have one. All right, as the Dryads still don't have any upgrades, those 2-0 upgrades on those gargoyles are really going to start to, make a bigger and bigger dent in that army. The big thing saving right now is that the Panda does have that level 2 Breath of Fire, so if the gargoyles are not careful and they clump up too much, they're going to be taking far too much damage as well. There goes some Wisp. One Wisp taken down. We're looking at just constant harassment here, and that Dryad taking one volley from all of those gargoyles, just winning this battle with brute force as the Panda looks to perhaps get a breath of fire across those units, unable to do so. 76 supply compared to 74. Meanwhile, though, what is going on here? Frostworm almost gets taken down, needing to retreat all the way back down to 600 some odd hit points after that Orb of Venom ticks away quite a bit as well. Demon Hunter does have a potion of healing, has some healing wards, and are we going to actually look at some pressure here? Both sides with a bit of harassment. Panda trying to clean things up here, perhaps going to go after that gargoyle, and yes, is able to blow it out of the sky literally with that breath of fire. Demon Hunter looking to retreat back now. Mud Golem retreating back. We're looking at 1-1 upgrades for Colorful compared to 2-1 upgrades with more upgrades, Advanced Creature Attack and Advanced Creature Carapace. So soon to be 3-1, eventually into 3-2. Oh, Panda comes across, getting a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Damage is racking up here. How much damage can get blown over? Are we going to get any sight up onto the high ground here? And that is the key. Panda trying to find some of those units, gets a big Breath of Fire off across some of those units. Are they going to be able to take them down? There goes another. There goes another. Level 4 now on the Brewmaster as damage was racking up quite a bit. All right. Unsure what Infi is going to do to follow all of this play up now. Getting more experience and really pushing pressure onto Infi's low hit point gargoyles. More ghouls are getting added in, 76 over 90 supply, and more gargoyles are getting trained. No transition into Crypt Fiends that I can see, even though they share the similar upgrades. Crypt Fiends seem the natural choice now, especially with that medium armor going up against these Dryads. All right, ghouls, 1,800 lumber. That's how much Infi is currently sitting on. He may be able to just sacrifice some of those ghouls to free up supply. He's already seen that 80 over 90 supply. And with the Goblin Shredder harvesting the majority of the lumber now, those ghouls may not be needed and may be offered up to just try and get in a bit of harassment. Ghouls now going after the Moonwells off on the far side here and just clawing away. Meanwhile, Dryads, Panda now trying to, perhaps try and figure out a way back here as we're looking at some repairs. And this is going to cost a bit of gold. Meanwhile, coming back across here, there's a Staff of Preservation saving that Demon Hunter, getting him all the way back home. And he's going to try and heal back up as well. Perhaps go after some of these ghouls. All right, the ghouls, the harassment play was strong and forcing Colorful to bring in all of these wisps off the lumber line to prevent a loss of a Moonwell, even though it did cost quite a bit to repair that Moonwell as well. So both players kind of just jabbing each other now, Infi and Colorful, trying to get a feel for where they can actually strike a devastating or a decisive blow and build up a bit of momentum. We're looking at Infi coming across here, trying to get some harassment onto the main base. Meanwhile, Colorful doing the same thing, or experiencing the same thing at the natural expansion as well. Both sides sitting on large caches of gold, 79 at 1,400 compared to 2,800. Colorful now finally breaking into low upkeep and quickly backing out of that decision as well. He doesn't want to stay in high upkeep and have to pay for that additional taxes. Off to the north, or one big difference between the two, though, is Colorful doesn't have that much lumber. Infi will be able to replace his army that much more quickly if they do exchange blows. Lich now getting up to level 4 as well, does have a Tome of Intelligence +2. Is the Death Knight going to pick that up, or the Lich? Difficult to say. Lich opting to pick it up, getting in a bit more damage on top as he is intelligence-based. Let's go ahead and try and engage here. Those Frostworms don't do anything against those Dryads with that magic attack, but also because they are illusions, don't do much at all. Let's go ahead and engage here. 80 over 100 compared to 84 over 100. Colorful currently losing quite a bit more gold per second, getting 8 gold a second compared to 14 A difference of 6 gold a second right now off of these two bases. Colorful needs to make something happen if he is going to be breaking into high upkeep like this. Every second that passes is a bit of an advantage for Infi, as his bank is just going to get larger and larger. Level 5 now on that Death Knight, after a level 2 Death Coil and a Frost Nova, getting that last bit of experience, sitting at 1409. Meanwhile, we're looking at the Gargoyles trying to clean things up again. Staff of Preservation brings the Demon Hunter back home. But, well, the harassment, the fast movement speed of these Gargoyles is just something that is difficult to deal with. Infi is just coming from the left, coming from the right with all of these combinations, and Colorful unable to really put up a proper guard or launch any sort of counter attack. All right, Death Knight. Lich ready to move once more. Death Knight nearing 300 mana. Meanwhile, Lich also nearing 300 mana. We should be looking at plenty of Frost Novas as the Dryads are being magic immune. The only reason why, well, this Death Knight Lich combination isn't able to pick off any of those units. All right, more damage just getting lobbed up into the air there. There's a Breath of Fire. Low hit point Gargoyle going to get down to 1 hit point there, as the poison, well, you can't die of poison in WarCraft 3. You can get very close, though. Down to 1 hit point. Feels like if he just accidentally bumps into the wrong thing, he will end up falling. All right, very fast regeneration right now in that stone form. In that stone form, very quick regeneration, able to, and also 19 armor, so difficult to finish it off. Meanwhile, what is happening here? Both sides are just waiting in their corner, waiting for the other person to make a move. Infi now, the one with the high upkeep, going into 92 supply. Colorful, the one with the larger bank, as the Wisps are going to continue to try and do a bit of harassment. All right, there's a little bit of damage. Perhaps going to try to go after that Dryad. Dryad, however, having plenty of Moonwells to drink from, able to keep their hit points. We can see there are Ancients of Wind, and 3 of them. So, triple Ancients of Wind by Colorful. I don't see that I don't see a single fairy dragon or hippogriff out on the battlefield yet. So that is a bit of a surprise here, as the Gargoyles are looking, or Dryads are looking to perhaps focus down some Gargoyles by splitting up the army, and now being forced to retreat back again. Shade now following up Colorful here. Dual level 4 heroes going up against a 5-4. Still no one really trying to engage at all. 94 supply compared to 85. Both sides are going to perhaps be breaking into that mid to upper 90s supply cap here in just a moment. Are we looking at, high upkeep and not training anything off of these 3 production buildings? Instead, doubling down onto these Dryads. All right, 91 supply over 100. Wisp now coming across here. Death Coil finishing off some more units. Dryad, or Gargoyles finishing off a Dryad right there. Both sides trying to engage, and Colorful unable to easily get all the Dryads in a fighting position because of the Ancients of Wind here. All right, the Ancients of Wind actually taking up valuable real estate, as both sides are still engaging, as the Ancient of Wind quickly gets taken down. And now, well, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. The Panda only sitting at level 4 means that these Gargoyles still have some hope, as we see Scrolls of Healing being used across multiple units again and again. Panda trying to line up another Breath of Fire. There's another one there. No more Scrolls of Healing for Undead, as Infi is just continuing to push, getting up to level 5 on that Lich here. Death Knight may get up to level 6, and still continuing this push as well. Death Knight gets up to level 6, uses the Wand of Mana Stealing, steals some from that Brewmaster, and could perhaps bring up an Animate Dead to bring out a large number of units as well. No, going level 3 Unholy Aura. Death Knight still trying to chase after that low hit point Demon Hunter, who drinks back up from that Moonwell. All right, Panda now finally out of mana. That Wand of Mana Stealing making quite a bit of difference, preventing a lot of those Breath of Fires, as another Dryad gets taken down there. Infi's Goblin Shredder able to retreat back as well. And we're looking at an 80 supply compared to 35. Infi with an amazing, amazing battle there in for his favor, and also with all of these gargoyles being being able to get back into stone form, able to regenerate quite a bit of hit points. All right, Goblin Shredder needs to perhaps get back to work. Even though it looks like Infi should just be able to A-move with this army. Dryads here able to shut down. Panda gets up to a dangerous level 5 here, and without Scrolls of Healing, 2 Scrolls of Healing now for the Undead, it looks as though Colorful will not be able to bounce back in this game. There's 1 Scroll of Healing. Panda quickly being forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal to retreat back away, and that Death Knight able to escape away. I believe it was in single digits. Now healing back up very. How's it? Oh, healing ward. I was just like, I don't see how it's healing up that much. The healing ward kind of just hidden right there behind that. There it is. Didn't see it there. All right. In comes the engagement. Demon Hunter back up to 500 some odd hit points. We're going to look at an engagement here. Panda, get a Drunken Haze, get a Breath of Fire off, trying to blow all of these gargoyles out of the sky. There's a mana burn as the Demon Hunter tries to retreat all the way to the back. May need to place down another ward there. That ward quickly going to get cleaned up. Demon Hunter still running around in circles. And where is that Demon Hunter going to go ahead and teleport back to, as we see another low hit point gargoyle, end up surviving. More Moonwell heals. Demon Hunter sitting at 4. Brewmaster wants to get some more Breaths of Fire off. There's a Drunken Haze. There's a Breath of Fire. A little bit of damage. Level 5 now on the Demon Hunter. He's trying to, hold on to this battle any way he can. There is still some Scrolls of Healing, but the Gargoyles with mass Scrolls of Healing have been able to, just shake off the majority of that damage. There goes another Dryad there. Lich gets up to level 6, and that should be the game, even with some more last-minute Breath of Fire action. Panda now falling in addition to any of the hopes Colorful had in trying to fight back in this game. Perfect timing, perfect execution with Infi, with those Scrolls of Healing, able to fight in a position here. Infi recognizing that with so many trees in that position there, the Dryads would not all be able to engage at the same time. It doesn't matter if you have a 100 supply army going up against 80, or I'm not sure who had the supply advantage in that fight. But what I do know is that Colorful's Dryads were just choked up. All of the gargoyles seemed to be able to engage, even though they had a smaller range. And even removing just a quarter of the Dryads from the battle was enough for Infi to be able to snowball with that tactic and build up that momentum lead. Infi had a slight hero level advantage, I believe level 5 on that Death Knight, but it was really the positioning in that final battle, being able to engage with all of your heroes and units, that started to really tip things in favor of Infi. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.